a big warm welcome to ICE 2025. We're here in Barcelona on day 2, and I'm joined by Simon Lidzein, CEO of Fast Track. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So Fast Track is widely recognised as a CRM leader in the gaming industry. Can you tell us what makes your platform stand out, and why is it such a go-to solution for operators?
I think we have a very aligned vision around how to kind of crack the CRM space over time. So when you look at operator challenges, it's a very competitive space in the casino industry today. And especially when you think about how to build loyalty with your players, it's kind of universally agreed and aligned right now that is going to be done by more relevance and more personalization. So you're thinking about like that you almost want to give people the feeling of like if you would go to a restaurant, you want to feel like the only customer that they have, and you want to be taken care of and pampered, right? Similarities are in that, right? It's just that we're in the online space and we might be managing hundreds of thousands of players that are playing every month. And we need the technology to support that. What Fast Track did really differently compared to anyone else in the market, and I think both inside gaming and outside of gaming, is that we kind of came up with a solution on how to scale with one-to-one experiences and personalization. The problem that operator has been having for a long time is that when you start cutting up your database and you start like kind of filtering your players into smaller segments, when you have a CRM platform where you transactionally have to go and just do one offer or one campaign per player or per segment of players, you're kind of limited because every time you introduce a new level of intelligence, you're kind of duplicating your workload. So, and operators become painfully aware about that, especially when you go from, okay, I'm doing one campaign, now I'm going to do it by value segments, by preference segmentation, by channels, by preferred offers, by time of the day. It's just compounding in terms of the amount of operational burden that you're putting on the teams. What we introduced was the singularity model, where you're able to collect all of the data in real time and build player profiling and models around the customers, where you can then combine that with different type of bonuses and campaigns and build an algorithm inside Fast Track. It's actually really easy to do. It's very fancy words, but what you do is essentially combine those two things. So instead of building maybe 100 different campaigns, you can do one campaign, and you can then instead put to the algorithm to decide how to prioritize which offers to send to each player. So it becomes a hand-picked process. That's the thing that is like the core USP of Fast Track compared to everyone else in the market.
Interesting you're using that word personalization, because it seems to be a real buzzword of the moment, doesn't it? Especially in regard to player experiences. How important is personalization in iGaming today, and how has Fast Track stayed ahead of the curve to meet this growing demand?
So I mean, it's very connected to what we were just talking about. Personalization has been widely kind of accepted, being and proven through both numbers and through a lot of kind of trial and error to be recognized as the way forward in terms of winning loyalty. What to personalize around, how a brand will expose their strategy, how that gets embedded into the core CRM strategy, that's like widely different, because every operator would have kind of their own take on how they want to approach the market, what they want to prioritize and all of that. But the fact that personalization is, the core driver, and creating one-to-one experiences is a core driver to success, that is like widely accepted by this point, and it's been a lot of data that has supported that fact as well.
Fast Track has been certified as one of Europe's best technology employers by Great Place to Work. Congratulations. How does that feel to start with?
That is actually one of the most satisfying feelings that we can have. When it comes to people in general, I think Fast Track is built on such a strong culture. I mean, I think people that have seen us around for a long time and see us coming back, they get to feel that, coming to a show like this, for example, and meeting the people behind Fast Track and everyone working every day and making all of the great products and helping all of the operators, they really feel what's different in the brand compared to other brands. We set out like as a core strategy to be a world-class employer. Like that's been a core strategic pillar to Fast Track. And we didn't, up until quite recently, it was like 3 years ago, we didn't identify how we would measure ourselves on that and how we would do that. But we found Great Place to Work, and the way, as soon as we kind of sat down and we spoke to them and they talked to us about the process, they got really excited because they really do an independent audit of all of your employees and like go through that through a survey. That is then a proven kind of methodology. They query millions and millions of employees across, tens of thousands of companies every year. And all of the people that it's been such an important feedback system for us in order to make sure how to build on the organization, how to build the culture and make it even stronger. I'm super excited about that. Obviously, we set out that we wanted to be at the very top. We are performing in that right now. It's super hard to maintain that as you're growing, but we are super invested in ensuring that stays the same for many years to come as well.
Brilliant. You've fully embraced AI-driven CRM solutions, which is in a really exciting direction. What role does AI play in your platform, and how is it transforming iGaming operations for your clients?
Well, we've done AI before it was trendy to do AI. It's just it's very entrenched into the whole platform. We have, so on the face of it, right? So if you, from an execution perspective, and when you're kind of building campaigns and you're doing that day-to-day work, you would be feeling kind of the typical embedment of very advanced tooling around machine, the language models and the ChatGPT style of experience that we have is very deeply embedded inside Fast Track already. We were the first ones coming out with that integration. I think it was in January last year, sorry. And we adopted that technology very quickly. But I think the most important aspect of Fast Track is that we have been building all of the customer profiling, and the customer model is deeply influenced by various different recommendation models in every single direction in order to make the day-to-day as easy as possible. So when it comes to prioritizing time, prioritizing the channel, what type of offers, what type of products, how much we recommend or how much we suspect that the player is going to deposit on the next one, all of these type of stuff, there's tons of it is inside the platform right now. And I think one of the most exciting developments that are happening right now is that we started a project 3 years ago, and then we had to pause that project for various different reasons because we wanted to put our attention in other places. We call that FDML, it's Fast Track Machine Learning. It's an in-house built platform for us to ship machine learning models out to our production environments. It removes a major bottleneck that any data science team and any operator is feeling so much pain from right now. It's removing that bottleneck. So we're going to have the tooling, now we've just gone live with that. That's now live in all of our environments. And our data science team is working in that platform every day in order to ship new models. And that means that Fast Track is most likely going to be 10, maybe 20, maybe 30 times faster than the closest kind of competitor or supplier in the market in shipping and learning from new machine learning. So it's going to be so much going on in that space for us this year.
It sounds really, really exciting. With over 100 companies on board and offices in Malta, Sweden, Spain and the USA, Fast Track truly has a real global presence. How do you tailor your approach to cater to the unique needs of such a diverse market?
Well, you got to approach each region differently. I have huge respect for not only the kind of the regulatory landscape in different countries and different it looks different. What they need in Brazil right now versus what they're needing in certain states or specific states in the US, or what they need in Europe or in some European markets is widely different. I think they all luckily share the same type of business model and the same type of product that they're shipping out to the end user. But we have to adapt that. We have very carefully structured our teams to be able to focus both development resource and kind of our partner management and partner success teams in order to work and understand those requirements in each given market. And I think we've been pretty good at kind of navigating what problems and what's kind of the thing that they want to focus on. We have a lot to offer in many different directions. If there is a brand that is kind of looking to want to kind of optimize their operational footprint, maybe get a little bit more streamlined as an organization, then we have a really good solution that's kind of part of it, part of the program, so then we can focus on that. Others want to be leading the AI kind of evolution and start making better decisions and experiment and test, and then we're leading in that. So that's we can provide those type of solutions. And now we also have rewards, which we just launched now, which is a phenomenal product in itself. But that provides a completely new ability to differentiate yourself and as a brand in the market, which is super exciting as well.
Really, really exciting. At GamingMalta, we have been celebrating local success stories through our Make It in Malta campaign. I'd really like to know how Malta has played a role in Fast Track's journey and what unique advantages does the country offer in such a competitive global industry?
Well, I've been living in Malta for 16 years now, so it's quite some time. And my journey started in Malta with a company called Betfair, and then I've been jumping around. I had quite a long time with Batson Group as well. I think Malta is a very, very progressive and exciting country. I think, as many things as we all feel living in Malta, that sometimes we need to get off the island, we need to get to access to a little bit of forest and different type of air and different type of experience, or perspectives and stuff. I still think when I look at the company as well, and I can see this the diversification, how much different multicultural, how many different cultures we have in the business, and even in the island, how open-minded everyone are. It's beautiful from that. So I think that's my favorite part about Malta, is the kind of the multicultural aspect of it. How many different type of people from different places are just joined up into this place, and what happens when that everyone comes together. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is beautiful. Really like that. So looking ahead, what trends in the iGaming industry are you most excited about, and how are they shaping Fast Track's strategy for 2025?
I'm very excited about a lot of stuff, but in particular our own journey. I'm putting all of my time into this. I mean, it's of course right, but what we're doing right now is that we have Fast Track CRM, and in Fast Track CRM we have the singularity model, which I was just speaking about. Now we also have another really, really interesting kind of sister company, which is Greco, which is the stand next to us here at DICE, and they have developed an absolutely phenomenal platform. We came together with the founders of Greco in 2021, I think it was, and we started discussing the problem when we start scaling with AI and start crediting bonuses to players, how do we avoid bonusing the wrong player? We started working on a project. These guys are so strong subject matter expertise in that area. And we identified that, Fast Track could actually provide a lot of technology in doing that. So we built this together, right? We went in as a joint venture into Greco. And Greco has now, developed a gameplay risk engine, which is analyzing transactions in real time in order to spot bonus abusers. And it goes really quickly as well. And it's a phenomenal product. And these products working together, so the Fast Track and Greco is a home run, because when you're doing your CRM and when you're working your database of players, trying to make better decisions from an acquisition perspective, and also as trying to manage your day-to-day operations, it's such a supporting system. And when you put them together, you can use this to agree with quality segmentation, for example, so that your CRM can automatically eliminate which players you should not invest in. But the thing is, now we're adding rewards to the mix as well. One of the big problems that Fast Track has had in the past is that our technology has been too advanced for what we can make use of. So the singularity model has had all of the capabilities with AI models to decide what, everything from how much people need to wager or how many days a week people should log in and whatnot. But we haven't had any platforms around us that has been able to do anything with that data. So that's why it's so interesting. We decided to actually build the capabilities ourselves. So now we built the experience layer, which is rewards. And rewards puts that, it's a gamification platform. If you put it in very simple terms, it's an experience layer that opens on the website and engages the user. But from a CRM perspective, it opens up a plethora of opportunities, because you can really use the singularity model to make personalized rewards to every player, and rewards is able to ship that up to the player. So it's just such an exciting, this year for us is all about how we put all of these kind of capabilities together and wire that up in a way which makes the proposition super strong for operators.
Brilliant, sounds really exciting, and I wish you the best of luck in 2025.
Thank you so much, we're super excited, we can't wait.